Okay. Hello. All right. This looks pretty awesome. Let's see. There we go. Okay. Hello, everyone. Uh, for those of you who are just popping in, my name is the Crisis Knight, or just Crisis, and today we're going to be animating. Uh, I gotta grab my separate window so I can see you all and see comments on the stream. Let's see. Where is our where's the live chat? Here we go. Okay, cool. Um, so today we're going to be animating uh Untrust Us, which is a pretty popular animation meme, I think. And for that, we're gonna have to use I'm using the characters from Songs of War, which is my favorite uh movie. Okay, so let me grab some references real quick. Let's see, what do we have for references? All right. So I did have this set up here, although I think that I'm gonna need to redraw these because they are very wonky looking. All right. So let's start by redrawing these. I may also have to redraw the master staffs that come in later, but we'll start with the songs. Do I have? Okay, I do have my onion skins on. That's good. All right. Mm. So we'll start with this dark blue color for the Protisium outline. So for those of you who don't know, Songs of War is a really good animated series on YouTube. It's indie animation. Came out in like 2020. It's probably one of my biggest hyperfixations like ever, so I highly recommend it, obviously. Um, and so for this, I'm gonna be drawing the characters from that animation, and just kind of their story, specifically like the main antagonist and one of his friends slash enemies. Okay. Unfortunately, the Prime songs do not translate super well into 2D animation. Um, Otherwise, I would, I can't just paste in images of it. It would look super wonky. But anyway, okay. So that's Protisium. And I'm gonna do a little bit of a devious thing. I'm gonna just, There we go. So grab this color, and now we're gonna erase this because the Mobilium Prime looks different. Um, I don't really know many people who actually know what Songs of War is. Um, I'm in like a few Discord servers dedicated to it, but I'm not sure how many of you who follow my channel actually know what it is because it is um the fandom is kind of small. Not as small as some of the other fandoms I'm in, but it's small. So, let's see. I haven't been on YouTube a whole lot recently. I'm not sure why. I just burnt out on doing animation for a year, and so I didn't. And because animations are like the only thing I upload to YouTube, I just kind of abandoned it, which is sad. But I'm back now. I'm also really hyper fixated on um Songs of War at the moment. Like I've been in the fandom, like really deep in the fandom for like 5 years, and I've been on and off in terms of like how fixated I am on it, but like right now it's really strong. So, wait, anyone notice how the Mobilium Prime song is like the symbol from the conduit in Minecraft? Like it's like the XYZ thing, which makes a whole lot of sense, like when you consider that Songs of War is also in Minecraft. I think that's really interesting and quite possibly intentional. On us, I think it probably is intentional. Oh, okay, I'm gonna grab that. Color, go. Anyway, I'm gonna kind of explain. Songs, for those of you who don't know, are like power magic objects that species in Songs of Gore called the Ardoni use, and basically they absorb them and then they get like a spell basically that they can use in battle. Or like I don't I think it's mainly in battle, but like it would be so fun to see like them using it for like everyday stuff. Like I think it would be fun if like you get like this is the Siporium Prime song. I'm gonna look up actually what it looks like to make sure I'm getting that right. Um okay, Prime songs. Uh I think it would be fun to see like a Sapporokinesis song that was like being used just like to move things around and help people cook or whatever. I think that would be fun, but mainly we see them getting used in battle. That's why it's called Songs of War. Um, so the prime songs are just the really powerful versions of the songs. They basically have all the possible spells in their individual category. So the green prime song has all the songs, green spell songs. Yes, good. Um, okay, let's do this again. Green, where is green? There we go. There we go. Nice. Okay. There's the Siporium colors we got. All right. Yeah, these look way better. honestly, than the last sketch I had of these. Okay. I'm gonna no, I'm gonna keep this. Okay. Um, so the thing about Prime songs is that they really suck. Honestly, they don't do any good things, honestly. They like have really bad side effects to using them. Like all the songs have really bad side effects. Uh, and I'm gonna assume that anyone on this stream right now is okay with spoilers because uh this is going to be a very spoiler heavy animation meme. Very spoiler heavy. Like all the way up to the last episode. Oh, yeah, 100%, man. This Haydenator, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Yeah, it would have been really cool if they were just like, hey, Squared Media, you want to help us make the Minecraft movie? That would have been really cool. Honestly, I didn't mind the Minecraft movie so much. Like, you have to bear in mind that it is essentially just made to be a cult classic, not like objectively good in any sort of way, just stupid and funny. And I guess in that way, it does really cater to the most, like, the biggest Venn diagram of people in the Minecraft fandom as a whole. But yeah, in my heart, Songs of War will always be the true Minecraft movie. Um, the meme movie, yeah. It's not even as good as the Songs of War bloopers, man. The meme movie, that sounds about right. It's just like chicken jockey and everyone riots in the theater. That sure was a time, honestly. It was like 6 months ago, maybe less than it was less than 6 months ago, wasn't it? It was like a few months ago, but like that was a time to be sure. Okay. That's the Saporium Prime song. All right, let's go here. Okay. All right, time for Aggressium. My favorite, least favorite song, the Aggressium song. Oh, it causes so many problems. All the songs cause problems, but specifically Aggressium does not know how to chill. Just be chill, man. But no, Aggressium has to do the murders. Very fun. Just shot fireworks in the theater? What the heck? Okay, yeah, Don't shoot fireworks in public places, guys. Don't shoot fireworks in theaters. That's just a bad idea. Um, I feel like that shouldn't have to be said, you know? But here we are. This is the society that we live in, I guess. Um, this is probably the most extensive storyboard I've ever made for an animation before. Like, I drew out a baseline for all of these frames beforehand, and that was like several months ago. So I am gonna have to do some. Ah, no, that's green. No, no. Okay. Um, yoink. Mine. Okay. Um, that that's ugly. Okay, we're gonna try that again. Oh, fun. It looks like one of those spiky ball fidget toys that like you would get as a kid from like a school fair or something. I hope someone else knows what I'm talking about when I say that. Um They were like these things, and I think you could like stick them to like walls and things, but I don't remember. It was like a bouncy ball, but it had like these little sticky things on it. There were also other things that were like these like burrs, but they were made of plastic and you could build with them. And then if you oh hi Lime. And then if you like got enough of them, you could build a huge thing. But then also they would get stuck in your hair if you weren't careful, and then it was a nightmare to try to get them out. That happened to me once, and I had really long hair at the time, so it was not a fun time, honestly. I like fell asleep in them because I was sick. Not a great time. What the heck? Why did bro do that? Okay, let's see. Very nice. Okay. Um, I hope that the sound isn't. Let me check. Let me check. Uh, the desktop audio is on. Okay, yeah. All right. It should be lower. I hope that the audio isn't too loud. Y'all gotta tell me if the animation's audio is too loud compared to my voice. Okay. All right. Let's see. Yeah, this is the old one as well. So we're gonna paste that in. Very nice. It looks like a planet. Protisium looks like a planet. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Let's see. No, we're gonna go back and I'm going to add details to Protisium because because I want to. Protisium specifically gets to be wonky and fun. I don't know why. I don't care for Protisium as a song, honestly. I don't know that I have a favorite Prime, honestly. Like, how can you have a favorite Prime song? It's just like, man, these things turn people, normal people, into war criminals. We sure love to see it. I'm not gonna add details to Protisium. I don't feel like it. Never mind. Um, okay. All right. Now this looks really wonky. I don't like this. We're going to turn off the storyboard and look at this on its own. Okay. So it looks like the main problem is not like it's this thing, this like the wood part of the staff just looks really stupid for some reason. So we're going to change that real quick. Let's see what we got. So this is Mendor, so the staff of the Mendoris clan. Uh, it looks like a bunch of molecules. I have personally this headcanon. Yeah, the shaft, that's right. That's what it's called. Um, it looks like a bunch of molecules to me. And I have like this headcanon that all of the master staffs or staves, I guess. It sounds weird to say it like that out loud for some reason, but that is what I would call it in writing. Um, oh, dang it. Okay, we're gonna just all right. So that starts about there. That. No. Okay. So I have this headcanon that they all like reflect the collection that they have of all the previous masters' memories. There's like a magic system thing where all of the staffs hold the memories of previous masters. It's really cool, honestly. But like it is also like trauma because the next master has to just be like, oh, so that's interesting. It's particularly traumatic for the Voltaris clan because they keep dying. Um, it's a major plot point. Anyway, um, I'm gonna move this over a little bit. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna just change it to look like that. Mendor is a staff that looks way better in Minecraft form than when I draw it. I'm like tempted to just like stylize it a little bit, but I don't know how I'm gonna do that. Just look at it. It looks so weird, honestly. Um, it's fine though. It's not gonna be up for very long, so okay. So that's in my like headcanon why Voltaris staff, which you're gonna see in a few minutes, hopefully, is so like that's why it's the only staff that has the deactivated versus activated form, basically, is because the trauma that the staff is holding. Why does this one look like that? I'm starting over. Okay. Let's add to this differently. Okay. Uh no, no. There we go. That's good. Alright. Cool. What does the Minecraft one look like? Okay. It's like this, but pixelated, so infinitely better for some reason. I can't pull up a reference like on my stream, but let's see. Hmm. Let's see. Now, let's see. It's like they look kind of like stars or four-leaf clovers actually, which is really interesting. Um, because circles don't exist in Minecraft, but it is a circle. I think they're circles, personally. Oh, it also says on the fandom page that, Siderian, the current master of the Mendoris clan, his name, uh, could relate to the word sidereal, which means relating to distant stars. So that would hold up with the um they're supposed to be stars, but like to me, I don't the thing about the staff is that it has really weird disconnected circles, so I have to like when translating it figure out how to, you know, add these circles without making it float in midair because it would look really weird. Hold on, I lost the stream. Where's the stream? Okay. Um, So this is probably as good as it's gonna get. I don't like that one being so far up. We're gonna move it down. Alright. Awesome. Okay. Let's see. So there's Mendor. See if they're oh, okay, this one is really wonky looking. I don't know what I was thinking when I designed this one originally. It looks really bad. Um, I may honestly just erase the whole thing. I think I'm gonna do that because it looks so bad. All right. Um, so that is Sendar, um, the staff of the Sendaris Master. Okay. So it looks like antlers, which is really interesting. Fun fact, the Sendaris Master during the Great War was a woman. This has been talked about only a little bit, but yeah, the Sendaris Master during the Great War, um, is female and is one of the few female Ardoni that we see in the series, and she's not even named. Um, which is sad, but unfortunately, genocide be genociding. Um, so I'm going to like have to figure out. I cannot draw antlers for the life of me. I like have to work so hard to draw antlers properly. So let's see. Okay, like that. We're gonna grab this here, kind of draw the structure of what the antlers should look like. Okay, so it's going to be like this, and then one like this, and then on the other side, we have like that, and like, okay, how the heck do I do this? I'm gonna have to grab this and, ah, it's not what I meant to do. Paste into active layer. Here we go. I wish that was the default, but it's not, so, ah, okay. There we go. All right, cool. All right, so we're going to also add a branch here and a branch here. All right, and then, so it looks like we have like a sort of flower looking thing here at the bottom, like that. Sure. Sundar is a really wonky looking staff. It looks really good. Again, they look really good in the concept as Minecraft staffs. They don't make any sense, you know, like when I try to draw them, but they look really good in in theory. So I feel like that this like kind of lends credence to my personal like way of interpreting the Ardoni, where each clan is like a different animal. Like to me, uh some Ardoni are more deer-like, some are more goat-like, and some have like some have like bird-ish features. I love Birdoni as a concept. It's kind of a popular headcanon by the fandom, like that Ardoni are kind of bird-ish. There's also like cat-like Ardoni. I don't know about cats, but like some people like to draw Ardoni as cats, and I think that's really cool personally. Okay, so the thing about Sendar is that it looks like the Batman at the bottom. Like, I'm not even kidding. It looks so weird. Hold on. Do we not have any higher definition of a picture of Sendar than like that picture? Because it's so pixelated. What does this look like? Okay. So it's like, so we're gonna, you know, so by the way, I know that some of you in the chat are gonna be coming from the Songs of War enthusiast server, probably. If you're here, hi. But for those of you who don't know, Songs of War enthusiasts is a Discord server run by the YouTuber CK Voltaris, who is a really good video essayist. If you're like interested in Songs of War, if you like it a lot, I would highly recommend you check out her channel. Because she makes really good content, honestly. And she directly inspired me to make Songs of War content again, both my current fan fiction that I have on AO3 and this animation as well. Mhm. Let's see. So funny, like trying to figure out what the heck I'm doing when it comes to like drawing props, especially props from Songs of War. Because like all the weapons in Songs of War, like they're so fancy looking and it looks great in Minecraft, but trying to translate like a diamond, really fancy looking diamond staff into like a 2D semi like not realistic, but like more realistic than Minecraft sort of design is really hard. I took a lot of creative liberties with Voltar specifically because I mean the Voltarists, they just get all the love from me, man. I took several years ago like an Ardoni personality test, like what clan would you be in? And I got Mendoris, and I don't. There are like three total named Mendoris. Okay, there's four if you count Val. Like, but none of them like come in or are important except for Val, and Val only appears in season two, which spoiler alert, never got finished. Um, so it's like, wow, I'm that one clan that no one knows anything about. It's fun, honestly. We love to see it, right? Like, sure love that for me, honestly. Anyway, surprisingly, despite all of my years in the Songs of War fandom, I have never made an Ardoni Sona. I mean, I did once, and then I just like completely forgot about her, and then I repurposed her for an unrelated project. So, I just unardonied her, so she's not my Ardoni Sona anymore. So I don't have one. It's fine. Okay, there we go. So, I think there we go. Cool. All right, that's Sendar. That looks way better than my first attempt. Okay. Okay, Taltar looks fine, honestly, except for the shaft of the staff being way too thick. I don't know why it's that thick. Um, I don't know why I drew it like that. Taltar is probably the easiest one for me to translate because it is just geometric shapes. That's all we got here. That's all it is. It's fine, honestly. Why is it still thicker though than the other one? Okay. We're gonna rotate this a little bit and size it down because it's can we just please? No? Okay. Cool. All right. First of all, I'm just gonna we're gonna grab this, turn it, yeah, and now we're gonna we beautiful. Looks terrible actually. Let's squeeze. Wow. That is still terrible. Close enough. Close enough, honestly. So we're gonna grab this base of Kaltar is just too big. I'm gonna have to size it down separately. But um No. There we go. And there. There we go. Mhm. So now we're going to take this thing and make it smaller because what the heck is this? I honestly don't know what any of these shapes are supposed to be, but we're gonna do it anyway. Okay, there we go. That is a much better version of Kaltar. Okay. Okay. So store is probably the most passable out of these. I just need to size it down a little bit because it's way too big compared to the others. And this store is really easy to work with because it's just swirls. That's all it is. There we go. Cool. All right. Gonna copy. All right. So we fixed that. So now we can move on to the next part. Also, by the way, this is Voltar. It looks fine. I don't have anything to change about it really. I might, let's see. I'm gonna edit this and then, I mean, it looks fine, honestly. Yeah, we'll leave it like that. So that's the powered down version. It looks lopsided to me. So we're going to just grab this and rotate it a little bit. Ah, so we'll copy, paste, and then I'm going to erase this so that we get the powered down form as well. Please? Okay. It's actually the only stuff I had like reference for because I have drawn it before. As you can see here, I drew this picture of Ingressus with just recently. I draw Ingressus a lot because Ingressus. Um, so anyway, it's uh it's a cool looking staff, honestly. I'm not a big fan of how I drew this though. Let me see. I'm gonna probably gonna edit this in a little bit. Hold on. I'm trying to figure out why it looks so weird. Like, let's see. I'm gonna have to size this down. I think that's the main problem is that this like bottom part is too big. Yeah, that makes it look better, honestly. And this like middle part as well is also too big. Right. Nice. Got that. I think that looks better. So we're gonna copy, hold on. We're gonna copy just the main piece here and paste it to the other one. And then we're gonna erase this part and replace it. So, okay. So now I have to turn the thing back on and add like, okay, time to draw the actual thing. Okay. So for this, I'm actually going to need a sketch layer because the storyboard is not cutting it. So it's time to draw little baby ingresses. He's a little baby, a little guy. Okay. So we're gonna, again, I have a nice uh point of reference for what he's gonna look like. Okay. All right. Let's see. What have we got? So we're gonna draw. He's got little horns. Mm, I don't know. I'm gonna have to think for a minute because like this is what I had originally and like it's good, but like it's really plain, you know? Like I feel like I could add some more movement to it and make it look better. So what is this? I think it's supposed to be a song. I mean it is a song, but I'm not sure like I think it's supposed to be an Aggressian song because symbolism. Uh I'm gonna have to leave it just like that, and we're gonna. So this head is way too big. I don't know why I drew it that big. I do. It's because I'm naturally drawn to draw heads way bigger than they should be. So this is actually the correct size of the head. All right. So he's got like a head shape kind of like this, I think. The There we go. All right. So now we're gonna add the face cross. There we go. Now I was drawing the Ardoni noses like this before, and that looks really stupid now. Like, it looked good in my style then, but I drew this like a year ago, and now it looks really weird to me. So how did I draw his nose here? Okay, he's got like this. Okay, got it. There we go. Got like a nose that looks kind of like this. There we go. There. Cool. All right. Um, his hair is like only a little bit curly. What does it look like? Okay, we got like a one strand here. We got another strand over here. We got third one. There's three, right? There's like three. Yeah, there is. That one there is like kind of floppy. It's kind of like that. There we go. There are shapes, my beloved. Okay, so let's see. If this is his face and that's his hairline, which I think, okay, it does go down a little further actually than that. So we're gonna hmm, like that. Cool. His horns should start, oh, roughly there, I think, and there. Yeah, okay. So this particular animation meme, I'm gonna go with being very canon compliant. Um, I am gonna take some creative liberties because otherwise the Donnie are gonna all look the same. But um, you know, all right, we got segmented horns. Let's go. So his ears here are gonna be really floppy. Um, this is kind of the shape I'm going with for the Voltaris ears, probably. It looks really weird though, so I'm not sure. There we go. That looks better. Okay, nice. Okay. Do we do that? No, no. Okay. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, I like that. So we're gonna match that on the other side. He's gonna have, there's gonna be like a different ear shape for the Nestoris. I love the design I have for the Nestoris. Honestly, it's so fun. I don't know if we're gonna get to drawing a Killian today on this stream because he's a bit far out, but we're gonna see how much we can get done. Okay. Uh, okay. Got that. No, we're gonna have to rotate this. It's not. You're not droopy enough, sir. Not droopy enough. There we go. That's that's close enough, right? Yeah, there we go. That looks good. There. Okay. Um, grab that. Cool. Oh, that like that. Okay. Well, and gonna make that a little shorter. There we go. Like that. Cool. He's a little guy. He's just a small guy. Okay, I think his horns are a little too long as well. Like, he is a baby. He is like 12 years old. A little guy, for sure. So we're going to make them look like that. So they are wrapping around a little bit, but he is still a young boy. He is still a small. He is small. Also, his horns should be going down a little bit. They do slant down slightly. I don't know if that's just a him thing or if that's like all Ordoni, because it depends on what, like how I draw them individually. There we go. Nice. Okay. Like that. Yeah, like that. Cool. Yeah, this is him when he's like really young. Probably like just while he's growing up in Nestoria. If you know the lore, he ends up getting taken in by the master of the Nestoris after he just shows up. He's like, hey man, I just almost died. Funny story after all. Um, anyway, you know what we say here in the writing business. If you have a problem, the answer is trauma. I'm just kidding. We don't, it's a saying, but we do not follow that advice, please. Uh, it's a funny saying that we say. However, some people take it literally, and then you end up with too much trauma. Anyway, okay. Um, cool. Nice. He's a little guy. Okay. So, his face needs to be more defined. He's little, but he still needs like a face that makes sense. Okay. Here we go. Cool. Very nice. All right. What do we got here? Okay, so we got this like these little tufts of hair he has here, and sort of a tumble down looking thing. His hair does sort of cover up his horns a little bit. If there was any possible way to include Gallius in this animation meme, I would, but it focuses on the Death Singer and the Tide Singer specifically, and the only time and they don't really none of the big major character moments really happen around Gallius, unfortunately. So he continues to have no representation from me, which is sad because I love Gallius. I will draw Gallius eventually. I will. Okay. Now we have to figure out what the heck we're doing here. Okay. So what what is anatomy, honestly? So this is like that and like this, right? Is that right? I don't know. There we go. Cool, cool. Um, so this is going to be him around the time of ending up in Nestoria. However, I will be drawing him with his red markings, not his yellow ones, in this scene because I haven't done that for one thing, and for another thing, that just feels right. It differentiates him more from Achillean. In my mind, personally, Ingressus is very proud of his heritage. He's got a lot of Voltarian pride. Um, he was, in his mind, never properly a Nestorus. He did love Nestoria, and he did love the people he knew there, and it was where he grew up. But in his mind, he was always a Voltaris. Um, and that's just kind of what happened and how that happened after. I'm not making any sense. Hold on. Um, he just has a lot of patriotism for his clan, and I think that's very respectable personally. Um, and it's probably a big part of what fuels his main motivations throughout the series. Is this like extreme loyalty to his clan and his people. This was probably taught to him by his father, which, by the way, Dominus is like one of my favorite dads in the series. He gets like 2 minutes of screen time, and most of that is him dying horrifically, but he's still one of my favorites. Which, you know, what can you do? Oh, he's dead. Surprise! Happy birthday, Ingressus, your dad's dead. Um, okay, so what are these markings here? What have we got? Okay, so we've got this one here. Like looks like that. I can't see his markings through his hands mostly. He's got this one that like descends down on the right. Oh, that doesn't look right. It looks too uniform. What does this look like? Okay, it's like more like a stepping, something like that. It's a little star at the end. And we've got this one in the middle that you can't see, which is unfortunate because it's like his, in my opinion, his most signature marking. But alas, we'll draw that one like that. Sure, why not? That's not what it looks like in canon, but to be fair, it's just pixels in canon, so I have to deal with that. So now we've got this one coming in from the side. Oh, what the heck? Grab, put that up a little bit. And we're gonna also put this one up some. Cool. Sure, we'll go with that. So we've got, what the heck do his markings look like? I have to look this up. I know, I'm a fake Ingressus fan. I don't know what his markings look like off the top of my head. I don't have it memorized. What do the markings on his arms look like even? We've got these really wonky. Okay, so we've got, one of my favorites for this is, okay, his arms, for one thing, are way too small. I don't know why I drew them like that. Um, we're just gonna, like that. He may be, he's young, but his arms still need to be proportioned correctly. Dang it, why do I keep messing up? No! Okay, there we go. Alright. Gonna put that in there. There we go. What? Hold on. Hmm, okay. And what did that thing get turned down to 90? Okay. Um, so he's got this, like, he grows, I think his hair was always fairly long, but probably not as long when he was younger. So, there we go. So got these little spots on his face. Or actually, like, dark gray. So we're gonna, there we go. And he also has like some spots on his shoulder. There we go. Okay, so now he's got like this marking here, which is like, no, that's not right. It's like that, and then the other one goes in like this, sort of. They like interlock. It's really cool looking, in my opinion. That's why I designed it like that. Okay. So that's the first arm. The other arm, really weird looking. I don't know what to do about this. Okay, so he's got like this question mark here on his shoulder that I don't seem to have drawn originally, which is probably good, but it's fine. We're gonna like that, kind of a swirl, and then like that. Yeah, it's cute. Okay, I like it. And then the rest of his arms just don't have any markings. So yeah, that's his markings here. Is there anything else that I'm missing? No, I don't think so. Yeah, this looks good. Okay, cool. And we're gonna just draw in like real quick like that. Close enough. Sure. Ironic that I'm drawing him with an Aggressian song when the Aggressian Prime is canonically the only one he never gets. I mean, he does eventually, but it's like the one that gives him the most trouble to obtain. I'd call that a skill issue personally, but whatever. Um, I'm joking, of course. Um, cool. So that's sketch number one. That took me way too long. It's fine. It's fine. No one's ever heard of getting burnt out while making animation. Animation. That's not a real thing. Don't let doctors tell you other. I'm kidding. This is a joke. You better understand that this is a joke, please. Okay. So, what else have we got? Um, how did I do this? Okay. So we've got this. So I'm basically going to just have to like erase his head and redraw it. And also like put his shoulders further down, I think. Goodbye. Your capitation privileges have been revoked. Um, so why am I drawing on that layer? The heck? No. No. Back there. Real ones will understand that I'm referencing the Songs of War bloopers. Anyway, um, yeah, funny story about that one. It was not a B. It was actually, I believe, I did listen to like the uncut voice lines and stuff at some point. Um, the uncut like bloopers, and apparently in that scene, Carl, the voice actor for Thalius, um, the foam tiles for noise cancellation in his recording room, one of them fell off the wall and like almost fell on his head. It wouldn't have hurt him because it's foam, but it was a problem, and he was like, "No, no, get back there!" And like the spray that you hear him spraying is like the foam adhesive that he has to do to put it back up on the wall. Um, Source is something I listened to at some point, and I I do not remember where. I think it was. I don't remember. There was like some channel that had like the uncut voice lines, like all the outtakes and the bloopers that weren't cut down, unlike the like the animated bloopers, which obviously were cut down significantly, and that was what happened. All right. Mhm. So, Love so good looking eyes. Okay. It's fine. They don't have to be exact, right? Yes, they do. What I believe was a Chinese folktale that I heard when I was really young. Um, it was a very interesting folktale because like this plot was like this guy who could inexplicably paint things that would come alive, and then the king was or the emperor or whatever was like, "Hey man, we want you to draw some dragons on this wall," and he was like, okay, but then he didn't draw the eyes of the dragons so they wouldn't come alive. And then the king was like, "Why didn't you draw the eyes?" And the emperor, or whatever. I guess I'm thinking emperor probably because it was a Chinese folktale. And he was like, "Because it's gonna come alive," and he's like, "It's not gonna come alive. That's stupid." So anyway, um, he ended up drawing the eyes on anyway, and then the dragons flew away. And there's like some type of saying, I think, in Chinese that the program was supposed to teach you. I don't remember what the saying was, and even if I did, I would probably butcher it if I ever tried to pronounce it. So it's really random, and honestly, like, I feel like having your drawings come alive would be more of a curse than a blessing for most people. Like, how are you supposed to build a portfolio if every single thing that you draw has to be unfinished, or else it will just leave? Like, as much as I would love um to like make my characters come to life, except no, I wouldn't. They would probably um kill me. Oh, oh, there was a whole lot of stuff that I missed somehow. Oh, hello, Mayday. Hi. Oh, dang. I completely missed what everyone was saying. I don't know how that happened. I think my internet decided to just be like, no, I'm not going to show you that. Why would you need to see that? Um, okay, so now let's see what we here. What the heck? It's fine. We'll figure that. Okay. All right. Okay, so Dominus. Oh boy, Dominus. Okay, how am I gonna draw this man? He's not, he doesn't have a whole lot of like renders in canon, so let me see. Dominus Voltaris. What have we got on Dominus? Do we have any, do we not have a picture of him that's canon? Oh, is that him? He looks just like Ingressus. He's literally Ingressus. Hold on. No, there's not any difference between him and Ingressus except for the fact that he has markings that are more red than orange. Huh, okay. Hmm. I mean, like, alright. I'm gonna give him some more defining features than looking just like Ingressus but older. Um, because my boy Dominus deserves more of more than that, honestly. Okay. What the heck? This is not anatomy. This is not very anatomy of you. Okay. Time to figure out what the heck I am doing. Yippee. Okay. Alright. So he's got like a guideline like this. That's his line of motion. Got that. Cool. The heck? What is anatomy? What even is it? Four fingers. Right. Okay, cool. Now I have to figure out what is this anatomy, man? What is this guy doing? I don't. Okay. Okay. Well, that neat. What the heck? Okay, so Dominus 100% has a beater. I will not accept any arguments on this topic. Um, that's just canon, man. Dominus being older would have longer horns than Ingressus does here. Yes. Cool. All right. I'll figure out how to draw these types of braid better in a minute when I'm actually drawing the like line art and stuff because if I figure that out right now, I'm not going to get anything done. So I will fix this later. Also, this hair should be like way longer than that. Hold on. That looks good. To leave the features of the older Ardoni here semi-ambiguous because symbol I don't know what the symbolism is here, guys. I don't know. Just trust me, bro. The heck is this? What is this face? What? I don't like this. Okay, hold on. Give me a second. What does it look like? Okay. Why does that not translate well? Answer is because I need to move this up to trace over it. Okay. Yeah, sure, why not? I don't know. This doesn't look right to me. It's fine. No, it's not. What is wrong with this? Is it that? No, that looks horrifying. What the heck, Dominus? Why must you be so difficult to draw? Ew. Ah. Ah. Okay. So he should be looking down at ingressus, right? Like, no, I hate that. We're Dominus, why are you the way that you are? Because I need to stop. We'll figure it out. You know what? It's not that important, right? Like, I'll be fine. It's cool. It's cool. Sure. Let's go with that. Mm-hmm. Well, this his arms are way too long. I just realized that. They're too long. Oh, well, that's a problem. Okay. Why fingers? Dominus, this needs to stop. You need to stop being such a hassle to draw. Genuinely. It would be much easier if you weren't dead and there were actual pictures of you, but there aren't. Those are not the best fingers I have ever drawn, admittedly, but it's gonna have to be good enough because if I have to spend any more time on this sketch of Dominus, I will crash out. Okay? I just want to make that clear. We're gonna sketch that out. What the heck is this? What is this, like, anatomy that's going on here? I don't know what's happening. I don't know, genuinely. So his legs are not the right size for his body. I just realized that. Like they are very small for some reason. I don't know why I drew him with tiny little legs. That's better. That's Lowe's better. Okay. It's close enough, I guess. We're gonna have to live with that because if I don't, I will crash out. Okay. Um, okay. Staff on one side, sword on the other side. What does the staff even look like? I mean, I know what the staff looks like. I'm talking about his sword, his like flaming broadsword that looks really cool in the animation, but then it looks really weird whenever I try to draw it because I can't draw props. Cool. And then we're going to draw like that, like that. Okay. I can do like a little spot thing, like right at the edge of his hairline. Cool. What the heck is going on here? We're gonna look up the sword. Aggressive school Taurus. We're gonna, because he has the same sword as his dad's sword. What does the hilt of the sword look like? The sword, okay. So it just looks like a normal sword, basically, on the lower side. Okay. Sword, giant, massive sword. Sure, why not? We'll go with that. Okay, man. All right. What do Dominus's markings even look like, honestly? They're just Ingressus's markings, basically, right? Like, if I just directly copy Ingressus's markings, is that going to work? I guess I'm going to have to, because Dominus just has. I don't even think they came up with a canon design for Dominus. Like, I think that this is 100% just fan made stuff that I'm seeing here. And we love the fan made stuff, but we really do not have much to go off of as a fandom, unfortunately. Okay, so there is a slight difference. We have this marking here is, I think, a little bit longer, and like that. We got that. Sure, let's go with that. Actually, that looks pretty cool. That looks pretty cool. I think Dominus would also have the same interlocking pattern that Ingressus does. It's kind of a thing that runs in their family, I guess. I mean, the markings in general run in their family, but like this interlocking pattern here is definitely something specific to Ingressus's family. Um, I would sure love if this render extended onto the shoulder where I could see it, but no. Close enough, probably. What is going on here? We got, okay, that thing. Sure, sure. Why the heck not? You know, why not? Make it look. 'Cause, mhm. Also got this one right here at the leg, and this like marking. Okay, so I guess, yeah, okay, there are some differences. Like this question mark marking that is here on his leg instead of being on the shoulder like Ingressus has. And we also got like this marking here. Oh, that looks pretty decent. Cool. Cool. Okay. And then what the heck is that? Okay. I don't want to draw that. Okay. You know what? Good enough. Good enough. Honestly. Dominus, I love you, but I hate drawing you. Officially. Okay. Okay. Why is there a Z there? I don't know why I wrote the letter Z on next to Aegis. I don't know why that happened. Okay. So, all right. For Aegis to join us, cool. Aegis is a lot older than Dominus or Ingressus. He is an old man by the time Ingressus washes up in Nestoria. He's old. Um, and we know this because Aurelius, the next master in the Second Great War, is really old. So, so we know that Aegis must have lived pretty long for the person after him to already be really old by the time. Okay, so his ears are gonna be more like this, kind of feathery looking, like my design for Achillean, because that's like a trait that the Nestorists have, is they're, in my opinion, a bit more bird-like. Um, than the other clans. Let's go look at where my drawing of Achillean is. Let's see. Achillean, 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 Achillean. There's Achillean. Okay. It'd be neat if add some jewelry. So we're gonna give him little droplet earrings because I can. And again, his head is too big for his body. Maybe that's what's wrong with Dominus, honestly. Maybe his head's too big for his body, too. I think that might be the problem. Is it? Yeah, that's definitely the problem. Okay, so just let me grab his entire head and just make it smaller because we're not dealing with that today. It also makes the props on his back smaller, but we'll fix that later. That looks better. Yeah, let's go with that. Okay. This is like Ingress is his Uncle Iroh, honestly. Except not as good of a person as Uncle Iroh. Aegis tries. Okay, Aegis tries. But he's an old man with a lot of prejudices. And he tried not to. And he's not as bad as everyone else. But that's not very high of a bar, see? And try as he might, he still has some issues. He learns a lot, though, from Ingressus when they end up, like, when Ingressus ends up staying with him. They kind of mentor each other in a way. Aegis is strong, but he's also frail because he's old. He's really, really freaking old. Um, I don't know what I'm doing with the anatomy. Once again, does not look right to me. I am going to have to just abandon ship on trying to make the anatomy look good in this sketch. It's not working. Probably because I didn't draw any anatomy of any sort in the first, like, storyboard. So I have nothing to go off of, but it's fine. Um, he's like absolutely ancient. In my opinion, he was probably taken by a respiratory illness when he finally died. In my opinion, Aegis has incredibly, extremely, unbelievably curly hair. Like, it's just kind of everywhere, honestly. Why he doesn't look old. Shadow. It's not like a huge beard, but like a little bit. There we go. I imagine, that might be all he has. He's like, I feel like the Ardoni do have a lot of like hair related values and place a lot of importance on hair, but to kind of illustrate that Aegis is trying to pull away from his people's general beliefs, he's going to have shorter hair relatively. It's really messy. It's a really messy sketch, but it's fine. It's fine. We'll look up what are we doing here? What does Aegis look like? Aegis Nestorus. Okay, so he's got this. I was wondering which character had this set of markings. It's Aegis. Okay. He's like flint and steel shaped markings. Okay. Does Saurus have like watery looking markings? It looks like water and like water droplets. So I just think that's neat. I think Sandaris also have the watery looking markings. Um, what are we? Okay. Firstly, we need to draw Nestor existing. I don't know what the heck is going on with Bro's legs. It looks weird. He looks like he's got little chicken legs. We're gonna add, I don't know, his legs look a little less weird. Hopefully. Like that. Okay. We'll go with that. He's got very symmetrical markings. Like extremely symmetrical. It kind of makes me wonder if that's also something that was kind of something that the Voltars don't really have anymore. Like, maybe it's more typical for Ardoni to sometimes have, like, I don't know, maybe I'm just like being completely random here, but like It seems interesting to me that Agus's markings are so extremely um symmetrical compared to the other like the two Voltars that are over here being completely asymmetrical. Like, look at this man. He's completely symmetrical. It's so weird. Also, I'm gonna change these to be more like circles than droplets because I don't know, the droplets look weird to me. No, I don't like that either. We're gonna do a little like that. Now I look like peanuts. I'm not a big fan of that, but we'll figure it out later. Sure. So why not? Honestly, we'll make Aegis a little bigger to match like Dominus. He should be a bit smaller, obviously, because Dominus is in his prime and Aegis is old. He's really, really old. Bro's head is so flat. Why is it so flat? It's fine. Okay. Okay. So that's that. Honestly, I might be done for now. I've been on stream for like a solid 2 hours, and animation is very tiring. So I'm probably gonna be done for now. But thank you all for coming. Uh, I will see you next time. Okay.